Hi guys, I'm Jessie of Crochet by Jessie. Welcome to my channel or welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be giving you guys some beginner friendly crochet project ideas for all of you guys that are wanting to kind of expand what you can do and you're still at the early stages of your crochet journey. This video is going to include both quick and small projects as well as larger, more time consuming projects that still have that beginner friendly feel to them. So with all of that being said, let's get into today's video. The first project, which I think is so important and that a lot of you have probably already started on, is kind of anything and everything granny square related. I believe that a lot of crocheters kind of start off their journey with granny squares and have them to some kind of extent in their maybe their box full of scraps and whatnot that they've started off when they're crocheting. I know myself that the first thing I really did when I was learning stitches was making a granny square as well. And granny squares are so versatile. There are so many projects you can make exclusively using them. And I'm just going to suggest a few of them now. First of all, you could make a blanket just doing one giant continuous granny square. That means you don't have to attach squares together. You don't have to worry about any extra concerns such as assembling, because you're just working in the round, making the blanket as big as you want just from that one signature square in the middle. And I've done projects like that. My mum's first big project when I first taught her how to crochet was that exact project. And it's great because it gets you confident with your stitches, but then you can also work up something that's quite a big project, but also it looks fancy and you feel good when you've done it. But there is so much else that you can also do whilst using granny squares. First of all, you could make a scarf. You wouldn't really have to work that many squares up and you can just assemble it and choose how thick and long you want the scarf to be. As well as that, you could also work on some just classic granny square tote bags and bags in general. Yeah, that would take a little bit more work to do, but the vast majority of it will be making the bag itself. You just would need to attach and then make a strap. And I have done so many granny square bags myself, even if the actual granny square maybe became a little bit more complex over the years. It's such a good starting point and I always find myself going back to that kind of project. You can also make book covers, laptop covers, anything like that as well by just using a few granny squares, attaching them and kind of just creating either something to close it, or you can just attach it so you can just slide in and out of the case. I've seen so many people make some really beautiful results just using granny squares to do this, and this one will work up fairly quickly. So those are a few examples just using granny squares, but there is a lot else that I believe beginners can do and you guys just might not be aware of it at the time. The next idea is another quick project which is going to be rewarding and is also great for gifting, and that is coasters. There are so many coaster patterns out there, both paid and free. And it's such a beautiful project idea and you can feel so satisfied when you have a set finished. And on top of that, like I said, they're great as gifts, but it's also great to have as a bit of decor in your own home. I know that I do take a lot of pride having crochet related decor around the house because I crochet and it's so important to me. So seeing that I've got blankets in rooms, seeing that I've got tapestries in the living room, it's such a nice feeling. And yeah, I feel like coasters are such a good way of doing that. Talking about coasters, I do have a free tutorial, this one here, which is how to do a sunflower coaster. It's a step-by-step, and although it's a slightly more complicated design overall, because I'm showing you guys it as you go along, it makes it a little bit more beginner friendly. This next idea I mentioned a little bit lightly as I was talking about granny squares, but just making scarves, because a lot of the designs are going to be fairly repetitive. You can choose how thick you want it to be. You can choose how long you want it to be. You could do a basic, just a double crochet or a single crochet, or you could do ribbed stitching, or there are so many different things you can do. And I would say in the grand scheme of things, scarves are also fairly quick projects to work up as well. In the same realm of winter accessories, I also think that beanies are such an amazing beginner-friendly project that you can work up so quickly. I have a beginner-friendly tutorial, which is this one here, and it just shows how to make a ribbed beanie. And honestly guys, I feel like it's so worth it because for me, I went through one year where I was just gifting so many of my family members their own little beanie set with something else, which I will talk about next. And everyone absolutely loved it. It's such an amazing way to give someone an accessory, but make it a bit more personalised, because a lot of people have bought winter sets and accessories for family, but being able to make them, the satisfaction is next level, honestly. And talking about beanies, the other thing that I also gave my family members in that set were fingerless gloves. Fingerless gloves, they may seem very daunting to you, but honestly, they are a lot more beginner friendly than you would think they are. I have a tutorial here just going through how to make fingerless gloves, and they work up really quickly. I absolutely love them. If you're like me, I don't know if it's a crochet thing or a me thing, but I hate having my actual fingers covered, but then obviously I want to have a bit of warmth, so fingerless gloves are the perfect solution to that. And I've had so many family members, even ones that didn't actually get fingerless gloves, they saw them and were like so obsessed with them that they just said, oh, is there any chance I could have a pair as well, Jessie? And it's like, yeah, definitely. And yeah, they're such a fun project. It's another small, quick project that you can work up very, very quickly. And the more practice you get and the more familiar you are with the design, then you'll get even quicker on top of it. Another extremely quick project, which the difficulty will vary based on the design that you want to go with, is bookmarks. Bookmarks can be extremely basic and extremely intricate. It's completely your choice on what you want to go with. But as far as beginner-friendly projects go, they're probably one of the best because of how quickly they can work up. I've seen people who literally have just a little section of chains and then a little detailing at the end, and that is going to work up so quickly, and again, you're going to have that satisfaction of finishing a project and being able to maybe make a few collections and give them to friends and give them to family and keep some for yourself. And yeah, I feel like, again, if you're kind of one of those people who just wants to make loads of projects, then this is a good idea for you. Another extremely quick idea, which is also going to be extremely practical as well, depending on how often you want to tie your hair up, is a scrunchie. Scrunchies work up so quick, and if you've already got a hairband, then you just need to work around it. You can do so many things with it. You can just very much personalize these projects, and if you're gifting it, you can make it really unique and tailored to the person you're gifting to. Or if you want to have an amazing beanie set with so many different color combinations for the summer, then you can get that done relatively quickly, because yeah, again, this project will work up extremely quickly in comparison to a blanket or a scarf, for example. Another project which is going to be extremely functional, relatively quick to work up, and also great as gifts are water bottle bags. I went through a phase and I was making so many crochet water bottle bags. It was genuinely crazy, but I loved doing it so much, and I feel like you guys will too. I have a tutorial myself on my channel, and it is this video here. It's extremely beginner friendly because I go through the entire process with you guys step by step, and they work up really quickly because, quite frankly, they don't need to be big, they just need to fit a water bottle. I think this idea as well is really great because if you're someone like me and you just love gifting your work, you're going to feel even better with projects like this, because everyone that I have made a crochet water bottle bag for has really had their use from it. I've had loads of photos that I've received of people traveling, of people on day trips using their water bottle bags. And yeah, I feel like if you just feel that extra sense of pride knowing just how often your gifts that you've crocheted are being used, this is a really good make to do. I also think with this time of year that we're getting to, that crochet headband is another really good, fairly beginner friendly and very, very quick project to do. I have a tutorial on how to do a tulip headband, which is this one here. And yeah, again, it's another step by step where I show you guys the entire process of how to make the headband. And I really enjoy it, and I think it just adds a little pop of creativity to whatever outfit you're wearing, or if you've gifted it to whatever outfit they're wearing. And again, it's kind of like a subtle statement that you crochet, but also if you're not feeling confident about using wearables and you're not feeling like you're at that level yet, then a headband is a really good way to overcome it, to be able to show off your crochet but also keep it subtle as well. That is it for my list of projects that I think you should try out as a beginner. And if you're watching this and maybe you're a little bit more experienced with crochet, please let us know in the comments below what projects were your go-to projects when you were just starting out, because I guarantee I probably haven't even thought of a fraction of them, and your go-to project may have not even been on my list. If you guys have gotten to this stage of the video and you're not yet subscribed, please consider doing so, as well as pressing the bell to be notified when my next video is up. I try to do a wide variety of crochet related content on my channel. You see tips and ideas videos like this, you see hacks, you have informative videos and comparisons, you have tutorials, crochet alongs, a little bit of everything and anything. So if you love crochet as much as I do, you don't want to miss it out. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!